At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vibra Live. So much exciting stuff has been going on lately. Just feel like so many dots are starting to connect. All the research has been paying off. And I feel like tonight, got to talk about Sologenic and Corium. You know, one of the first couple projects that got me into streaming, got me really into seeing the potential where crypto could go 3 years ago when I was reading that this company called Sologenic was looking to tokenize 40,000 stocks. And I saw that and was just like, oh my God, could you imagine? You know, our crypto, it trades 24/7, 365. We don't even think about it. But the stock market, you have from 9 to 4, 9:15 to 4:15 or whatever, Monday to Friday. And then you have after hours and weekends where there's no trading. So that alone, those extra hours during the nights, weekends, there's so much room for the traditional markets to grow and to adapt and trade like these cryptos. So looking at Sologenic back then and finding Corium and Flare and some of the stellar gems, it's all starting to kind of make sense around the ecosystem, what's happening. You know, the mainstream FUD is out there to distract you, have you buying the wrong projects, and completely miss out on the most important stuff that's happening right in front of our faces. But you have to dig it up. You know, these algorithms are so good at burying stuff, you got to look hard for it. So let's check out some of these bubbles today. Haven't been paying attention the last couple days. Had a big birthday party this weekend, but staring at Monero right there, down 26%. Not good. Not good. You know, Binance delisting them caused a huge dump. And I just think for the industry, it's a bad look. It's a bad thing. You know, what if privacy coins are gone? You know, where are we headed? And does that also make Pulsechain even more undervalued? If we can have real DeFi, if we don't have to KYC everywhere we go, I don't know. But I want to see Monero survive. You know, and if not, I guess we're going to have to rely on like tornado type services that are going to be out there. So instead of just letting people act with a privacy coin, you have to go and try to squash everything. And that's the problem with the industry right now. There's no legislation. It's the Wild West. And that's got to change. And it will, I think, in the next year or so, probably even quicker. You know, I think Janet Yellen today talking about how they needed stablecoin regulation really bad and how it can cause serious, I forget what the word said, but serious problems in the banking system. You know, we saw it with Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. It's like, man, though that first of all, Signature Bank was a forced takeover. That shit was not anything to do with them collapsing. So they can't even get their facts right. It's just a bunch of lies. And I tried to just not pay any attention to it. There's so much going on across the ecosystem to give you to pay attention to that stuff. That's the trap right there, is tuning into Pudgy Penguin Janet Yellen, who looks literally like an NFT sitting up there. You know, finally, she was obviously educated on stable coins here, but half the time you can tell we know so much more than them. And it's just sad to see the circus, but it's going to continue. And it's just, I think, also opportunity for us to just crush and kind of be left alone. So let's check out the favorites here. Not really much going on in the top 100. I think we need to to have the rest of the sell pressure on Bitcoin alleviate. Oh yeah, no watch list here. And from there, we'll see what happens. Grayscale and the ETFs, the net inflow is crazy. So as soon as the conversion is done, I think Bitcoin's going to push up to 50K. And I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the end of February, early March, alt season. No one freaking knows. I knew the alts were going to run up a little bit after the new year, but I thought we were going to actually have like some parabolic gains somewhere, something resembling 2018. But is that now going to happen in February and March? I don't know. Is this a new market where we're not going to see volatility like that anymore? And the squeeze of BlackRock and the ETFs getting rid of that volatility, if that happens, this is all the more important that you're in the right coins this cycle. And you catch, I think, the last chance at life-changing gains. So, see what's going on with our babies here. PulseX, Pulse, incentive token, all cooling off. We need Bitcoin to move. We need ETH to move. I think right now that's the trap. Solana was shoved in the mainstream, the Jupiter airdrops, all this nonsense, but you don't hear anything about Ethereum. And why is that? I think it's because the ETF is on its way probably sooner rather than later, and it's going to be just like Bitcoin. And that mainstream attention will inevitably shift. Ethereum will be talked about. Uniswap again, they have the upgrade coming with V4 that's going to drop fees by 99%. So DeFi is going to be another big thing. DEXs, there's so much opportunity in them right now. I was screaming at you guys about Saucerswap for almost 2 years, and now it's starting to really do its thing. And we were just early on these projects, early on Sologenics. It was just a matter of time. And Solana, another one. I talked about how they seem to have fixed the outage problem, and here we go again. Another major outage. So this just now solidifies. I said, I'm bullish on Solana ever since the FTX dump. I think it's FUD. They're going to have to, there's so much Solana being held by that estate. They're going to want to pump the price as high as possible to get as much value out of retail. So of course they're going to shill it to the mainstream. And now I'm really thinking, what do I do with the 100 or so I have left in my IRA? I bought them at $10, so I'm up a bunch, but is it worth holding Solana versus Hedera or Stellar, or Quant? I'm going to have to really think about that, because that's a long-term portfolio. And if they're showing signs of outages like this again, it's not the solution. And I was hearing so much about, wow, there's more stablecoin volume on Solana than any other chain right now. And look at what happens. It can't sustain it. Solana's not the future. And I'm most likely going to exit my coins and just put that money into something that's proven itself so far, that's never failed. Like HEX, 4 years, flawless running time. Pulsechain, validators growing around the world. Real DeFi being built in front of our face. But tonight we're going to be talking about Sologenic. This coin, it's just kind of like LCX. No one cared about it for the last year and a half, and all of a sudden it starts to run and everyone's looking at it. These coins I'm talking about are going to have their LCX type moments when they're going to just start to move. But it's not until things happen on the legal side of things. And I think with these chosen ones, there's, 100 or so projects that are going to change the industries that they're working on, revolutionize them. But they can't all happen one at a time. I feel like it happen all at once. It has to be done one at a time. A little piece here, a little piece there. And then slowly but surely, as the pieces of the puzzle are put in place, then these things are going to happen so fast overnight. So I think now it's so important to pack your bags in these coins that LCX moment will happen. I just know it's inevitable with some of these projects. Look at Stronghold. Look at Velo. Look at Relio, Polytrade. The history has been on point. Dovu, Galaxy, Karate Combat, LCX, Galileo. All these coins are all kind of tied together in a sense, from all the way back to the companies that founded them, that funded them 6, 7, 8 years ago. And Sologenics, when I told you, when I found and I saw that they were looking to tokenize 40,000 stocks, there was something different about them. And you have sologenic.org, which this is the retail site. This is for us where we come on, we mint NFTs, we trade coins, all that good stuff. But you have sologenic.com, which is going to actually tokenize the securities like the stocks and the ETFs. There's almost two separate entities. So we have our Sologenics and the institutional Sologenics. And their custodians are Fireblocks and Copper, and names that have popped up all over the place. It's not a coincidence that Ripple bought Medico, one of the biggest custodians in the world, because I watched an interview today with Reza, and shout out Zen. That was an awesome interview. This thing should have 10,000 likes on it. But it really kind of puts some stuff into perspective on how these things are going to work in the future. And the tokenization of securities right now, it's on testnet, on Corium. And what this Corium, I was always wondering, if XRP was, the XRPL was the chosen one. It was the best blockchain. Why the hell was Corium needed? Why would they even build it? And now it's starting to make sense why it was needed. And some of the things that the XRP ledger just isn't good for. DeFi doesn't exist on the XRP ledger. And that's okay. Ethereum is better for that. Cosmos is better for that. But with these bridges and interoperability, and when liquidity can flow back and forth, that's when we're going to see the value of XRP increase. Once we can hold, or once we can go to Sologenic onto the DEX and trade for our tokenized Tesla or tokenized Amazon or whatever the stocks that they have to trade, once that liquidity is there, that's when XRP's value is going to rise. But these moon boys and these people don't understand. In the retail, the bearable bull is just looking at charts and telling you when XRP is going to go to $1 and this and that. When David Schwartz and Mickey B. Fresh have been saying for 2 years, XRP's price is not going to move until the liquidity flows onto the chain. And guys, we're almost there. We're in we're heading into the fourth quarter, looking like overtime could be coming, but we're getting to that crunch point. Corium is the real world asset hub. It's going to be the real world asset hub for the Cosmos ecosystem. It's for the enterprise use cases. For when private companies, when they want to tokenize a stock, they're going to launch it on the XRP ledger, or they're going to launch it on Corium, and then the liquidity and the trading is going to happen on the XRP ledger over there, where it's way faster, and that's where it's meant for. We're going to be able to bridge, from Avalanche, from Ethereum, to all the other ecosystems where DeFi is thriving, from the two-way bridge that is being built from Solo to Corium. And I know it's boring now. No one wants to hear about these projects that, I got to hodl them for a year and then they're not going to do anything. Well, those are the projects that I like. I like being able to sleep at night knowing the coins I hold, it's only a matter of time before they start running like hell. LCX, I knew that was going to happen. I knew Saucerswap was going to happen. I knew Karate was going to happen. All the altcoins on Hedera, Stronghold, Relio, Polytrade, all the real world asset plays are starting to move. It's not coincidence. Flare, how big that's going to be when half of the crypto market cap that's in XR, or that's in Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin, that value can be bridged over to Flare and then paired up with Berkshire Hathaway stock or Amazon stock or Ripple stock. That's what's going to explode the value of Flare. And then when Corium, they're in testnet right now. All of the DeFi capabilities of the XRP ledger, the two-way bridge that Corium's building will alleviate all that. Any of the IBC coins can bridge into the XRP ledger, Cosmos, Osmosis, all of them. And they can now have liquidity traded on the Solo DEX. And then when that liquidity is on the Solo DEX on the XRP ledger, that's when the price is going to start to rise. It's just like Pulsechain right now. What happened when the money was bridging off Pulsechain? All the coins started to just bleed value because money was leaving the ecosystem. So it's the same thing with XRP. How the hell is the price going to pump when there's no liquidity in the trading pairs? And that's exactly the problem. That's exactly what Reza was talking about on the interview today. That liquidity, the floodgates are opening. But when you're working with these institutions, when you're building enterprise grade blockchains with smart tokens that are programmable, there's a lot of hurdles on the regulatory side that you have to overcome. And all this stuff is so new. And I just see that when Ripple is backing Sologenics and Brad Garlinghouse is shouting out the Sologenics team from Davos, when they're funding Sologenic to tokenize these stocks, to build the platforms out. Ripple can't do it all. They're now focusing more. They were on cross-border payments was their number one thing that they were focusing on-demand liquidity. But now that I don't know if it was a lawsuit, other competition is coming up, but they seem to have now shifted towards the real-world asset market, which is a great thing. That's the shit that we are crushing right now. And this is another part of the puzzle that is being built in Sologenics. The value, the insane gains, that's not going to be here until this new ATG comes out. The tokenization gateway that introduces non-custodial trading of tokenized stocks and ETFs. Focusing on user empowerment, the ATG allows trading while users maintain asset custody, with Sologenics facilitating only the issuance/redemption of securities tokens within regulatory frameworks. Enabled by Corium's smart token tech. This marks a significant step forward. Solo will play a pivotal role, serving as the gas fee for any redemption and issuance process, with each transaction burning Solo. So, guys, there's only 400 million Solo coins in circulation at the start. They've already burned 1 million. So, what's that? 2.5% of the supply? Or no, like 0.5% of the supply, 0.25% of the supply is already burnt. That's crazy. And none of this has even started where all of the volume is going to come from. It's now just being put into place. All the framework is being built. The legislation, they're overcoming those hurdles. And guys, like this makes me so excited. Like, this has been 3 years I've been talking about Sologenics and Corium. And to hear now that they're almost there, they're working with all these regulators. The real world asset tokenization is in testnet right now on Corium. And to hear what this bridge is going to do to just allow value to move back and forth, like we see it on Pulsechain right now. The way DeFi is happening in front of our face. It's how Richard Hart created the DeFi summer in 2020. The DeFi summer that will happen in 6 months. It's being created right now with PDI, with Atropa, with Sunny's A1A, with B2B, with Alien, with PTGC, with locking and trapping this liquidity so it can't be touched, with all these bots that will just come through and feast on the arbitrage and just create volume on pairs where people can just hold and not have to buy or sell. And the coins just do their thing. And inevitably, as Pulse rises, Hart's Law, it drags the value of all them up. It's insane, guys. Like, I've learned so much in the last 2 weeks. So many light bulbs have just went off, and I'm trying to think of better ways to like express it to you guys so you guys see it too. It's not just me rambling about shit that, yeah, whatever, that's cool. But I need to get better at like emphasizing how important this stuff is and how big these projects are going to be. Like, these are the future coins that are going to do the 100,000 X's. It's not going to be the meme coins. Look around. Metis, we've found some good altcoins on there. Yeah, Arbitrum will do well. But I'm telling you, something about Sologenic, something about Hedera, something about these XLM alts, they're just special. So it's all coming together, guys. It really is. And this new bridge that they're building, the two-way bridge, it's in audit right now. So it's coming soon. And also with BitGo, Reza did a great job of kind of explaining the process of how this is going to work, where when you tokenize a stock, you're not going to want to just do it yourself. You need a custodian to do it for you. And the biggest custodians out there are Fireblocks, Medico, Copper, and BitGo, another one of them. He was saying that a lot of tier 1 exchanges will only list coins that Fireblocks or BitGo work with because they don't want to deal with the risk of the individual blockchain interaction. So now Corium, this is only a couple weeks old, guys. Corium announces their partnership with BitGo to fortify the enterprise grade blockchain security. This is really big. I didn't understand the severity of this. I think it was Poloniex, one of those small exchanges, offered tokenized Tesla or Apple or Amazon stock. And it was up for about 2 weeks before the SEC shut them down and made them leave. And I think it's all because Ripple, Sologenics, Corium, they're the ones that are going to take over this industry. And it's all set in place. And then with payments, it's going to be Stronghold and Relio and Velo. Because it's all coming into place. And then Hedera, more just a different technology. But the partners that they have on their governing council, those are the biggest corporations in the world. They're going to learn how to use DeFi. They're going to learn liquid staking. They're going to learn all of that on the Hedera ecosystem. So to tell me it's not going to blow up, it's insane. It just got announced that BitBoy's fighting on February 23rd. I'll talk about that in a stream in the next couple of days. But how big that's going to be, I just see it right now. And BitGo, they're needed. It gives Corium that credibility. By integrating BitGo's custody service, Corium enhances its security, gaining access to an extensive network of institutions, fostering blockchain technology adoption across various sectors. Corium's tech offers innovative solutions in custom payments, reward programs, tokenization of equity and securities, peer-to-peer insurance products, paving the way for the next generation of programmable assets. So, guys, don't sleep on them. This was from December 30th of 2021. Fireblocks, I guess what I was telling you, is one of the biggest companies out there in the world, from custodians to almost incubator, LaunchPad. They do everything. Wallets, DeFi management, financial tokenization, NFT minting. Like, basically how I'm working with PulseLaunch to help people that have a great idea but don't know what to do, bring a project to life. That's what Fireblocks does for a business out there. And then seeing that Fireblocks will be launching support for Songbird. And I was waiting for the Songbird airdrop back in 2020 with Flare as well. I saw the writing on the wall with what they were building. This is now 3 years old. But back then I started to see, I didn't understand it. I saw what they were doing, but like I said, the complexity of it, how much is going on behind the scenes with regulation, with legislation, just getting these different countries on board, going across borders. the hoops you have to go through, it's not like there's just going to be 100 different projects that pop up out of the blue that compete with Corium. Like, no, they are Sologenics. They are at the forefront of this. Ripple's not backing these random assholes. Ripple is backing the companies that are going to change the world. They don't play games. They buy out their competition. Anyone they need, we'll buy you. You're a threat to us, we'll just buy you. And I like that. It's big bank, take little bank. That's how the world works, unfortunately. And we're going to make money front running all this. BitGo now gives access to custody where they'll store all of banks' assets. And then all of the tier 1 exchanges that are now working with Fireblocks already and BitGo, it's going to help bring Corium to their exchanges. And when Corium gets listed, it's going to be on the tier 1 exchanges, the best exchanges, not these shitty, mandatory KYC so you don't get hacked using Bitmart Go or Globit. There's hundreds of them, but those guys are going to all disappear, I think. I really believe it. They're going to slowly get rid of those one by one. They'll get acquired by bigger companies. But guys, the takeover is happening. But at the same time, Pulsechain will thrive. And the more they try to clamp down on DeFi, that clamp will strengthen Pulsechain and the liquidity and the projects, the stable coins. It will all come. You just see it happen with black markets. When the government makes something illegal, people want it. So the harder they clamp down on this, the more Pulsechain is going to thrive. So we're winning everywhere, guys. Like, we have all of our bets hedged. And the last one, we know about this. Ripple excites the XRP army as Medico acquisition brings banks closer. Guys, now that Medico, the Swiss digital assets custody firm acquired by Ripple, is working with HSBC, it quickly became a reason to be cheerful. Named after cryptocurrency designed to move liquidity around the XRP ledger, these avid fans interpret HSBC's choice of custody tech partner as yet another sign that financial institutions will inevitably adopt the XRPL, crucially XRP token. I don't care if it's the XRP token. It doesn't matter. You see it with Pulsechain. The second Godwell bridges over liquidity, what happens? Richard starts opening up his wallets. What happens? That's what's going to happen to the XRP ledger through Sologenics and through Corium and through tokenizing 40,000 different stocks. It's going to bring all of that value to the XRP ledger. And that's what's going to create the green candles, not just some random tweet or some, bearable bull stream. No, once real assets are bridged and brought and developed on that chain, and then they're bridged over to Cosmos and paired up with stable coins on Kava and Ethereum, guys, that's the value right there. When Flare allows people to bridge in Bitcoin and Litecoin and Dogecoin and pair it up with Tesla stock, those 3 coins that are half of crypto's market cap that are worthless, you can't do shit with them. Now all of a sudden you can earn yield with your stocks. And guys, this is the future. I hope you guys can start to see it. Look at Sologenics. Look at Corium. These coins are so undervalued. They're criminally undervalued right now. I've been holding them for 3 years, getting my airdrops. I have all my Corium staked, getting my Pulsera airdrops, the first DEX that's coming on Corium. But guys, we're so early still. Coin number 458, $63 million market cap. And Sologenics is deflationary. It's going to be the number 1 DEX. We're going to see how big DEXs are going to become. When Uniswap says, holy shit, 99% fee reduction, people are going to flock over to Uniswap again. Saucerswap's going to blow up. It's the only way you can get Bank Social is through Saucerswap. People are now starting to talk about it. We're just setting trends, guys. We're just early to this stuff before the mainstream can make money on it. When these things are being developed and you're speculating on it, I can't make money off of you guys telling you about it. But when there's now trading links or, these sites are crushing it and they need sponsors to shill their stuff, that's when the big guys are going to come in. And that's when it's too late. We want to make the mainstream our exit liquidity. We want Rand Nooner's goofy ass to be buying our bags in 6 months, in a year, when they realize how big tokenization of assets and stocks are going to be. And at the home of it, it looks like it's going to be on the XRP ledger. And we knew this. We front ran it and dumped on your stupid ass, Rand. That's what I want to do with all you guys. I want us to win like that. Sologenic, same thing, $64 million market cap. Interesting. They're both the same. But Sologenics, yeah, this is wrong. They burned 1 million coins already at least. So this should be 398 and change. So Sologenics, there will never be as many coins in existence as 10 minutes from now, a month from now, a year from now. It's deflationary, just like PulseX. So if you like PulseX, you're a Richard Hart guy, and you're telling people how it's deflationary, it's the only deflationary DEX. That's not true, guys. That's a false statement. PulseX is not the only deflationary DEX in crypto. Sologenics is too. And with Saucerswap, I'm so bullish on that. It's capped at a billion coins. You know, right now, there's 670 in circulation, I believe, and they're only going to be 1 billion. And for the DEX, the number one DEX on Hedera, the ecosystem that's being built right now, how big it's going to be, whoo, man, it's so obvious, guys, to me. You know, I was screaming at you guys to buy this for the last year, but when it was down at the dumps at a cent, no one cared. Why would you want to buy a coin that's going to do nothing? And I get it. You know, I was in the pre-sale. I saw the vision, and I have a different mentality. I will hold through all the FUD. I'll hold for the next 5 years if I have to. It's already been 3 with Sologenics. I don't give a shit about holding for another 3 years. Like, I see the long-term vision. I don't want to sell out of my future and sell out of these bags now when I could have 10,000 coins for $1,500. And in 5 years, those coins I can pair up with any asset in the world, any commodity. Shit, I might be able to even pair it up with a box of my goddamn Pokemon cards if this shit goes right. So I don't want to sell away and destroy my future for where this stuff is going now for a few dollars, you know, for some fiat right now. I think that's going to be a big mistake people make, is they're going to sell out of their bags real quick, expecting another nasty bear market, and the coins that have the utility, the coins that are being used in another year and a half, the coins that are used for liquidity, for just all these things. I just don't see a massive dip coming. But I could be wrong. But again, I'm willing to hodl through that. I know what I hold, and you ain't funding me out of shit. That's for sure. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. Let's say what up to the chat. Bobby, what's good, bro? Old Drippy. Let's go. Thomas, my man. Bought ZKZX on Pulsechain when NAKA started doing his crystal ball shit. Bro, that was pumping like crazy. People made a lot on that. And Pulsechain, bro, people are going to wake up. Godfather J6, let's go. Yep, exactly. The tornado fort. Yep. And we need it, bro. I did, bro. I saw a tweet with Pulsechain that there's now a coin that what is it, Burns Texan rewards you in Texan. I'll definitely check it out, but we just been super busy. But the most interesting thing I saw in the last couple days was definitely that interview with Reza and Zen. Shout out to Zen. He's such a good dude. He deserves to have a way bigger following, and it will come once these coins blow up. You know, we'll get our credit for seeing these things before the herd. What up, Mobius? Clintrons, let's go. Willie B. XRP Peaky Blinder. I like it. Let's go. Appreciate you stopping in here. BitBoy. Yeah, bro. Willie B. BitBoy is it's official. He is going to be at the next karate event, the 23rd, and he's fighting the Sonic Obama Inu guy, the founder. Let's see if there's an official announcement. Nope. All right, I'll find it on Twitter. There it is. Boom. He's fighting More Light I guess it's the Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, Inu founder. This is going to be good, guys. I mean, I guess as of right now, it's still on. You know, I'll keep you posted. This is regardless. If you don't know about karate, you can't lose. It's free coins, right? They have this event, and then you bet on the fighters, and if you lose, they don't take the coins. You only get paid for the coin for the event or the fights that you win. And this last event with Anthony Pettis, Benson Henderson was awesome. George St. Pierre was announcing, and it's only growing, guys. This shit's gonna outgrow the UFC. And I didn't realize that the president, Asim, he is the founder of the Goat Shed Gym down in South Florida. And they got a ton of respect. He knows all the fighters, and they're all going to move over to karate, guys. Another gem for you right here. It's still early. Definitely a home run. Kangs of Creation. Let's go. Solo Nation. You know it. A solo day one bull here. Rocket red countdown liftoff emoji. I love it. Keep staking. Hell yeah. Keep staking. You're rewarded. You know, I held my XRP. I got my flare and my songbird. I delegated my flare. Now I'm getting all kinds of monthly rewards, my epochs every 3.5 days. I got some canary dollars. A bunch of airdrops. And then from staking Corium, we got Pulsera, the first DEX that's coming. And who knows where these things are going to go, guys. You talk about SHX, lots of XRP. Bro, yeah, I did a stream about it a couple days ago. It looked 2 streams ago. Check it out. I did a deep dive into it. Stronghold is a gem, guys. It really is. The partnerships that they have, that they're building, it's so obvious where it's going. And the same thing with Velo and Relio. There's 3 gems over there on Stellar I like. The Stellar Trinity, Relio, Velo, Stronghold. Zenland meetup this month. Hell yeah. I wish I wasn't on the other side of the country in New York. Hold RGX in your wallet and you get Texan in your wallet. Anytime RGX as pairs interacted with. That's awesome, bro. Hell yeah. This community. Man, Pulsechain, we are setting trends. Just found you, brother. Dig your channel. Hell yeah, bro. Appreciate that. I was a former XRP Army lieutenant, full-blown maxi back in 2020, and then started to see the light and spread out into other projects. But Solo and Corium were the first stream I ever did, and I'll never turn my back on the day ones that I believe in. No, Bobby, let's go. Pulsera Dex is live. Yeah, dude, I saw that. They have a couple liquidity pairs too. I think one was with like Cosmos or something, and Pulsera. Like, guys, this is just the start. Like, to see these things where they started to where they've come, it's incredible. Here we go. Cosmos and Pulsera, Cosmos Corium, Sarah USD. And man, this is just the first airdrop of 3 more and the beginning of dexes of DeFi on Corium and like real DeFi being bridged onto the XRP ledger. Like, this is just awesome, guys. We're so early, and I get this all the time, you know, with projects that are 30, 40, $50 $50 million market caps. You feel like you're buying the top, you know, and it's like, oh man, I feel like I'm buying the top of this. I feel it could just dip like crazy. Yeah, you know what? It could. But with a small market cap like that, if it does dip, you can double your bag for half the price, and the smaller coins are going to move and do so many more X's. And I just know these things are going to blow up, guys. There's too much smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire. I love Block V. Block V is on my list of gems. Block V, eCoin, Bank Social, Dua, NXRA, Galileo, Polytrade, Jasmy, Clearpool. But Bank Social, that's special. Bank Social is going to be one of the ones that separates itself from the pack. I really believe it. But there's so many of the real world asset gems, guys. Like, I could go on and on and on, but I'm gonna figure out a way to hopefully convey this message to you more concise, more clear, and in a way that makes you say, "Oh shit, I need to take a look at that," or "Man, I didn't know about that. I want to do some research," instead of, "Oh yeah, cool, it's just some other coin that some influencer's talking about." So I'm gonna do my hardest to really create that FOMO, but only in coins that I'm holding myself, that I'm not gonna sell. And like when the bull run comes, yeah, I'm gonna take profits, but I'm never going to sell. I'm thinking it's going to be about 25% of my utility coins that I'm going to leave regardless, because I know my luck. I'll sell out of a bag expecting the bull market or the bear market to come. And then a month later into the bear market, everything starts to rip or something. So I'm going to be hedging my bets by leaving little parts in my bags with these real world asset plays, these tokenization asset plays. There's so many of them. And yeah, bro, I forgot Flare. There you go. Forgot WadsPay. I forgot XDC. Forgot Casper. Bro, I own all them. Like, literally all them are in my portfolio. And, over the last year and a half, I've tried to incorporate them in with the Pulsechain streams. But it's hard. People are very tribalistic. And in the bear market, when everything is going down, there's no excitement. It's hard to, get people to see the light or get them excited, but it is what it is. I'll do my best. And yeah, XRP Peaky, I love it. I own every one of them. My boy Harley over there at XDC with the XDC crystals, he's got an awesome project he's working on. So he's been really bullish on XDC. He loves it. And when I talk to people that I know that are building on a blockchain and I get feedback directly from them, whether it's positive or negative, it really, really helps validate these things that, yeah, we're on the right path. We're looking at the future projects that are going to blow up. It's not just, hype and speculation. That's funny. The Craig Wright. I love BSV, but I'm pretty much 100% positive that Craig Wright ain't Satoshi. Richard Hart, who's our Pulsechain leader, he's called him out and posted multiple tweets to where it pretty much, he's made it to where Craig, if he can't do this, it's obvious, and Craig always weasels out, but I don't care. It's irrelevant. If Craig is Satoshi or not, BSV, I need to get 10 of them. I only have 2 right now, and I'm 100% going to stack them just because my boy Maximus over there is so bullish on it. I can't fade him. So that's all I got, guys. Am I dip it? Hell yeah. I will definitely be there on the 14th. And I got to re-listen to the one from I think October last year about the tokenization of assets. I know I listened to a little bit of it, but so much going on. Need to be refreshed because Sologenics is one of the ones, guys. It's one of the chosen ones. I'm going to now lump it in there. Sologenics officially a chosen one. You heard it here. That's all I got for tonight. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. And we will see you tomorrow night. Peace.